Have you ever ignored something you knew you were supposed to do? Not because you didn't hear it, but because you didn't want to obey. Sometimes the hardest journey isn't across an ocean, it's inside the heart. Today's story is about a man who received a mission from God. And instead of saying yes, he ran. This is the unforgettable story of Jonah and the great fish. Jonah was known as a prophet, someone who carried God's message to people. One day, Jonah felt the call clearly. God wanted him to travel to a powerful city called Nineveh. It was a place famous for violence, prying, and cruelty. God's message was simple: the people needed to change, or their city would face destruction. But Jonah didn't feel compassion.
He felt anger. Why should they be warned? Why should they be given another chance? Jonah didn't want Nineveh to be saved. So instead of walking toward his mission,
he walked away. Jonah went down to the harbor. He found a ship heading far away, as far as possible from Nineveh.
He paid the fare. He stepped on board. And as the ship left the shore, Jonah probably thought, "Good. I'm free. I'm done with this." But Jonah forgot something important. You can run from a place,
but you cannot run from God. That night, the sky changed. The wind became violent. The sea began to roar. Waves slammed into the ship like fists. The sailors shouted, terrified. They threw cargo overboard. They cried out for help, but Jonah
was below deck, fast asleep. The captain rushed down. "How can you sleep? We are about to die."
The sailors began to realize this storm was unusual. It felt personal. They cast lots, trying to discover who was responsible.
And the answer pointed to Jonah. They questioned him. Jonah finally admitted the truth. "I'm running from the God who made the sea and the sky." The sailors were stunned. "What are we supposed to do?" Jonah swallowed hard. "Throw me into the sea, and the storm will stop." They didn't want to, but the waves were rising higher. So with heavy hearts,
they lifted Jonah and dropped him into the dark water. The moment Jonah hit the sea, the storm calmed, the wind fell silent, but Jonah began to sink. Cold water surrounded him, darkness closed in, and then something massive moved beneath him. A great creature, a fish prepared by God, rose from the depths, and Jonah was swallowed whole. No escape, no control, only silence. For 3 days, Jonah sat in the darkness, no ship, no land,
no voice but his own thoughts. And finally, Jonah broke. "God, I was wrong. I ran. I refused. But I'm still alive, which means you haven't given up on me." In the deepest place, Jonah realized something. God's mercy reaches even there. On the 3rd day, God commanded the fish,
and Jonah was thrown back onto dry land. He lay on the shore, gasping for air, dirty, broken, but alive. Then God spoke again, not with anger,
but with patience. "Jonah, go to Nineveh." This time, Jonah didn't run. He walked.
Jonah entered the enormous city. Its streets were crowded. Its walls were tall. Its people were powerful.
And Jonah delivered the message. Change your ways. Turn back. Judgment is coming. Something unexpected happened. The people listened. The city grew quiet. Even the king stepped down from his throne.
They humbled themselves. They admitted their wrong. And God saw their hearts. Instead of destruction,
God gave them mercy. Nineveh was spared. But Jonah wasn't happy. He sat outside the city, upset. "I knew you would forgive them."
God caused a plant to grow and shade Jonah. Jonah was glad. But the next day, the plant withered.
Jonah complained again. And God spoke gently. "You cared about a plant that lasted 1 day. Should I not care about an entire city full of people?"
Jonah finally understood. God's compassion is bigger than our anger. God's mercy is wider than our judgment. The story of Jonah isn't really about a fish. It's about a heart. It's about running and being found. It's about a God who gives second chances, not only to Nineveh, but to Jonah and to us. So if you feel far from God today, remember, even in the deepest waters, His mercy can still reach you. If this story encouraged you, subscribe for more Bible stories and comment below. Have you ever been given a second chance?